Welcome to Poppy TV Evening News. Today, Uncle Billy will be reading out brief reviews of the key grooming scandal operations, shedding light on some of the most notorious cases of child abuse in the UK.
Hello guys, so I'm here again outside the divvy side, which is called the riverside, but we're full of divvies, so I like to tell people that. So here today, I'm just, obviously you see me covering many of the reviews that took place in Rochdale. One of the reviews I want to cover with you is that it's just the first 2 pages of the Operation Spam review. I just want to cover it with you so you understand. I'm going to read the first 2 pages here and then I'm going to discuss the problem. In July 2017, the BBC broadcast The Betrayed Girls, a documentary about child sexual exploitation in Greater Manchester. The documentary featured Sarah Botham, the coordinator of the NHS Sexual Health Service in Rochdale, known as the Crisis Intervention Team, part of the Pennine Care Trust Foundation. Also included Maggie Oliver, a former Greater Manchester Police detective. The documentary laid out the following concerns. The Crisis Intervention Team had notified GMP that Rochdale Borough Council's Children's Social Care of dozens of cases of CSE prior to 2008, but both agencies failed to protect these children. Lessons were not learned from the failures. GMP Operation Augusta investigation, the same mistakes were repeated in Operation Span. While GMP hailed Operation Span as a fantastic result for British justice, GMP had been made aware of the on-street grooming of vulnerable children and the profile of offenders since 2004, but failed to address these crimes. This is why there needs to be an inquiry. This is why it needs to be re-looked at. During Operation Span, GMP chose not to record numerous crimes committed against one child victim, even though she had provided significant evidence over a 6-month period and identified many of her abusers in several identification parades. These perpetrators were potentially left to continue their abuse of other children. That is complete failure, and accountability is needed for that failure, because on the back of those failures, many more children were abused. That was facilitation of child abuse. That was feeding children to paedophiles because it was easier than pulling in the paedophiles and holding them to account for the crimes that they committed. And it was also better for vote. In response to these allegations, in 2017, Andy Burnham, the Mayor of Greater Manchester, commissioned a review to undertake an independent and serious exercise into these matters. I worked as entailed 4 streams of work. Right. Part 1. The assurance review of Operation Augusta concluded that Operation Augusta was poorly resourced and closed prematurely, so they closed it, leaving many paedophiles on the streets of Rochdale. Failing to protect many children it had identified as victims, and the failing to address the criminal activities of the perpetrators. This is in black and white. This is already a review that's been done that shows you, that absolutely evidential, that shows you blind eye was turned. There was a cover-up of child abuse. Now we've got Jess Phillips and the likes of Angela Rayner and the clown Keir Starmer telling us that our town's not getting an inquiry. We've had all we're getting, and this is these reviews telling us how bad of a job they did, how many children were left to be abused, and they don't even care about it. They're not even ashamed of it. They laugh at me when they see me. So let me read this next bit to you. A consideration following GMP CSE Operation Green Jacket, which is one that not many people know about, which was launched in response to our first report. So they opened up other operations to investigate the last operation they failed. The second investigation into the death of Victoria Goglia. That's the girl who was severely failed by Manchester Council, by Rochdale Council, and by anyone who were involved in her life in a professional capacity. This young girl is dead. This young girl is no longer here to fight, so we fight on her behalf. Operation Sherwood, which is still running now. Operation Sherwood, which is run now by some lady from Barrow called Sarah Jackson, who failed in Barrow with child sexual exploitation. Backed up the chief inspector over there telling us there was no grooming gangs in Barrow, yet there's 3 going to be sentenced on the 21st of February of being a grooming gang in Barrow. So these are the people that have been sent to Greater Manchester to fix our problems when they couldn't even. They did exactly the same as what Rochdale did here, she was doing in Barrow. Operation Exmoor, another one what we don't know about, which followed includes the offences against some of the children previously not included in Operation Span. So guys, you can see how widespread this abuse was over Rochdale. This is our third report, and we'll focus on the sexual exploitation of children in Rochdale between 2004 to 2012, specifically considering the allegations set out by both Sarah Rayboth and Maggie Oliver. Now, forgive me for this, but you've heard that former deputy leader of the council, because that was a role after the three girls heard, and she did the council a favour by saying 3 girls when there were 49. She ended up as deputy leader. She blew the whistle on this lot and was silenced in the video. But you've heard the video recording of Sarah telling us, we all knew, everybody knew, I told blah blah that children in her ward were being abused. She's one of the women who said, we all knew about Cyril, we all knew about Cyril. These people in this building behind me need to be able to account, and the fight will go there. We'll keep fighting on. There will be a national inquiry, whether it's under this government or the next. There will be an independent inquiry into Rochdale's abuse. You can bet your bottom dollar on it. You can see me, I'll be fighting all the way for it. See you on the 22nd of February, St. Peter's Square, 1:30, because the fight's about to get gritty.